Hello, 120.
120, that's the number. We're the Wildflowers, and this is Peggy.
Yes, it is.
There she is. There she is.
It's Peggy.
She's our camera woman.
And this is Judy.
I'm not the camera woman.
And I'm Cal. And I'm the host.
The host.
You're the one who sits in the middle. You're the monkey in the middle.
It's really not a good thing. Yeah, not a good thing to be saying.
Oh, we've had too much monkey things going on this year. So it is.
Well, this will be airing.
Oh yeah, when will this air?
You know what? I keep on forgetting, and I want to mention the last podcast that is African American History Month. It's February.
Oh, in February, absolutely.
Yes, and I was actually going to bring something to banter about, and I forgot about it. I left it home.
Well, you can bring it next time, and we could do it at IOU.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, my topic today is getting a little after the fact too, but we'll get to that after.
Oh, okay.
So
what else? What do we have to banter about today, ladies?
Well, I did read a little bit about earlier in the week the Tulsa race riots. There was an article, I think it was on history.com, because of African American History Month, and I know that we talked about it once before in a past podcast, but it was something that I don't ever remember learning about when I was in school. It was one of those things that got erased from history, I guess, and then it was, people brought it back. And I was thinking on the way over here, I said, I forgot to bring that book I wanted to talk about a little bit. And I was thinking, I'm surprised that the current administration hasn't dissolved African American History Month yet.
Well, they've gotten rid of so much.
But I mean,
nobody's really said anything about it, though, right? I mean,
nothing has been promoted as far as I see, and you don't even see like on the news channels anymore. They used to say, it's African American History Month or it's Women's History Month. I don't see that coming up on the news channels anymore.
You're right. You're right. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. And that's what they're hoping.
Yeah.
But when I want to do a quick plug for a new artist that I've kind of discovered, and I like
art or music.
Music, a music artist, and I know I sent you guys a song. This is a folk artist.
Oh, right.
His name is Jesse Wells.
Right.
WELLES or S. I forget. But anyway, he's 33 years old. He's from Arkansas. Young guy with a really kind of gravelly voice, which I think is really cool.
Voices.
And he writes folk music. Some of it is protest songs, which are great. Like he's got the song "Ice is Nice" or something like that, or but it's not what you think. He wrote a protest song about Walmart. He writes a lot of interesting things, but also really cool ones. Like I was listening the other day to something called Trees. He had a really fun song that made me laugh a lot called Bugs. Like he writes about nature as well.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I thought, wow, how refreshing, just to have a young person with their perspective talk about real things. I thought it was really, really great. So if you want to know somebody different, check out Jesse Wells.
Yeah, I couldn't get him because it was through Apple.
Well, the song I sent you was through my iTunes, but I'm sure you can find them anywhere.
I'll have to look it up because I think I clicked on it too and I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
so.
Really, I think you'd like his voice. Yeah.
Well, do you like Bruce Springsteen's new song?
I do. I like Bruce Springsteen, period. I like his music, and so
but it's the same tune as Philadelphia, but it's on the streets of Minneapolis. He did that really quickly, he said. But,
didn't he do that? Wasn't that on the Grammys too? No?
He did not go to the Grammys, I don't think.
I saw him on something.
Somebody said that he might be playing with Bad Bunny tonight at Super Bowl, but I'm not sure how true that is. There's so much.
Did you see Bad Bunny? I don't watch the Grammys, but because a lot of the artists, like I don't follow, I don't know enough about. I don't know their music, but I do like to look, like at the highlights of it. And when he won, did you see how emotional he was?
Yeah.
Sitting in the seat, like
he couldn't get up for a while.
He really had to compose himself, and it was the first time a foreign language album won Best Album.
No, I wish him well. I
Yeah.
wish him well.
Yeah.
I know we are recording this on the Super Bowl, although this
Right.
will air later. None of us watch the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
or I don't really intend to, but I know there's a lot of backlash about his performance. I
Right.
hope it
Yeah.
goes well for him,
Right.
and I think the backlash is stupid.
Well, of course,
I know.
And
the uniter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a uniter.
So, but I do wish
Yeah,
him
he was
well.
saying, and they were saying, the MAGA was saying how an American should perform. Yeah, an American. Rihanna was not. from
I
the
saw
United
that.
States.
Did you post that
I
on
think I
Facebook?
did.
Can we say Puerto Rico is part of America?
Yes, I know.
Exactly, exactly.
It's funny because this came up in class in history. It's funny. One of my daughters always say the teacher had asked them, can anybody point to the fact that their great grandparents were born in America, right? And
Probably hardly anyone.
but she could, and she
Yeah.
raised her hand, and they were like, "Oh, where?" And she says, "In Puerto Rico." And he goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, that doesn't count because they weren't. It wasn't until such and such date that
Oh,
it became part of America."
comment. Well,
But to her credit, she pushed back and
Yeah.
said, "Well, before then, it was still an American territory. So what would it be then?"
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
And he conceded the point, and he
Yeah.
said, "You're right."
Good for her.
And I said,
Yeah.
"Well done." I said,
Yeah.
know your history. My girls know their history.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I said, very, very good. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, he is. So I hate when people say we want an American here. He is American.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
exactly.
So
But
learn
even that,
your
like,
geography.
Coldplay performed there from England.
Paul
U2
McCartney,
Yeah.
they named all these people and
Uh-huh.
it said not a citizen, not a citizen, not a citizen.
Shakira.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep
So-
your racism to yourself, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, really. Or educate yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Anyway, we should talk about something fun.
Wine. No.
I guess so.
Okay, we could talk about wine. So,
I think Judy did that at the last podcast. She was like right away wine.
yeah, I know. Really, what's going on with Judy?
Wouldn't you want to know?
I can't grab this.
Alrighty, so give me your glass, and this wine is called Rutini,
Like routine?
Rutini,
Oh,
Rutini,
Okay.
and it is from Argentina.
Rutini from
Nice
Argentina.
color.
That's good, that's good.
Rutini from Argentina. And this is supposed to be very good. I have
Smelling
never
I'm
tasted
feeling
it.
it. I have only tasted
And
smelling
it's this is a blend.
it. Okay, very nice.
Okay, it's a blend of Cabernet and Merlot.
Ooh, I'm
okay.
gonna like that.
Okay, 50-50.
Ooh, okay.
So equal
Okay.
parts.
So we could smell it. Oops.
It smells
Judy's
very
gonna get
pungent.
nervous and she's gonna sip it. You just watch. You just watch.
Stop talking about
It's
me.
got good legs.
Though we didn't check the
I don't
legs.
really,
Oh, you
I
didn't
can't
check the legs
smell
out.
it that well.
I can smell it a lot, and I
Oh, it
feel
is
like
got
right
good legs.
here.
Oh, did you sip it
I
already?
know, but the smell is like
Oh.
triggering. See, now I'm going to purposely wait.
Oh,
How you
you know that.
Oh, I am.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna push it
let's
right
take
here.
a little sip.
Oh, we're gonna wait.
Enjoy.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Okay.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Not that it means
Happy
much
Valentine's
to me,
Day.
but I should have done the topic on Valentine's. Day.
Galentine's.
We've done that already.
Yeah, we've
Have
done
we?
Valentine's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that
Did we say?
a couple of
Okay.
years ago.
We're having our Galentine's now.
Yeah, I did the whole thing about, I did it actually, it was about St. Valentine. And,
You don't pay attention.
Really, I forget things very easily. Smooth.
yeah, that's very smooth.
Smooth operator.
All
Do
right.
you like it?
I do. Let me take a sip of water and take another sip of.
It's very fruit forward.
It smells like, because like I said, I think it smells very acidic. Let me taste it.
It's not acidic at all. It's very smooth.
No, it's very smooth.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. All right. So what do I?
Cherries?
Well, red fruits, yes.
I don't know why I'm tasting vanilla.
Cranberries. I'm always like, maybe that's what, cranberry?
It's saying the red fruits are currants and plum, which currants aren't red fruit. Currants are yellow.
Yes.
But currants and plum, hints of oak, vanilla is in it,
Yay!
and it's a little spicy, spices.
Yes, it is a little
It's
spicy.
very smooth, you're right.
I like it.
It is very good.
Do you have information to
It's
give us?
lighter than I thought it would be.
I don't want to read in case there's something that you're going to ask us about.
Let's see, it just says, it's from, as I said, Mendoza, Argentina, and it is smooth, medium-bodied. It tastes pretty full-bodied to me.
No, I would say medium.
It's like thick on your tongue. You know? I guess that's a little bit of a long finish.
I had to keep it in
Red
my mouth.
fruit spices, a hint of mint or eucalyptus.
Oh,
That's
those are
what
my
I'm
favorite
tasting,
things.
that minty, because it is like a little,
See, and I dislike,
Cool feeling.
I'm not a fan of mint.
Oh, and
but-
I love it.
well, I'm not a
I
fan.
love it.
I hate it. No, I'm kidding. No, it's not.
I do taste that. I taste it on the back of my tongue.
Thickly.
That's more forward.
No, I think it's very good.
All right, it's a very highly rated wine.
Okay.
It's 92 points it was given, which is very good.
Right.
It is aged for 12 months in oak barrels.
Okay.
And it is, the company is cool because they reduce their carbon footprint.
Oh,
You know, they do, they have sustainability standards for water and for like their earth. and-
Okay.
Oh,
Is it?
yeah.
It's not organic wine, is it?
No, it is not organic. But they have a reduced carbon footprint and a reduced water footprint, which is, good. I'm pretty sure I read about so many things. Yeah, they've been around, this family, since 1885.
oh wow.
And then I think it was 1924, I should have written all this down, but I didn't. 1924, they brought up all this other land, and I saw a picture of, the vineyard, with the vines. It's gigantic, acres and acres of it. So, so it's Rutini. It's a blend of terroirs. I looked up how to pronounce it. I always say
I got
terroirs.
the glasses on.
It's terroirs. It's like a French word. Terroirs. W-H-W-A-H-R. You would pronounce the end of it. Terroirs.
Okay.
Terroirs.
All right, so we
And
have-
that's like mixing grapes from different varietals together, because this is two different terroirs, or mixing grapes from two different like soils,
Okay.
kinds of soils.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
All right, so alcohol content.
alcohol content.
Don't tell us.
I don't think it's. Oh, let me look at the legs. That's something I didn't do the last time, and I guessed wrong. All right. Oh, it's got good legs.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
All right. So let's say 14.
Who said 13?
13 and a half, right in between.
Okay. And price point.
The price point.
No, don't tell us.
I'm gonna say.
What it was. I didn't write it down, but I'm
Oh,
pretty
no.
sure I know what it is.
All right. I'm gonna say 19.99.
22.
Look at
Really?
you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was $22.99.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
I think it's a very good wine. What would you rate it?
I like it. I mean,
I like it. I was 3.5 stars. Wildflowers.
Okay.
I would do 4.75.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna do
I
it.
enjoy it. I find it enjoyable.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 4.
It's
4.5.
nice and
Yeah.
smooth, and
It is.
it's satisfying. It's almost like comforting. You know what I mean? Like comfort food to me.
Yeah.
It's like,
You know what's hard for
Wine
me
is always
is I think
tougher.
the last wine we reviewed, I think because we loved it all, we all gave it 5, and so it's just we're still.
That's probably what
It's
it is.
still on
too,
my
yeah.
brain. Like
Yeah.
I really like, but this one is very good.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
if we had done this one first, I probably.
And I'm
would
just
have done
so
more,
weird
4.5,
about wine
5.
anymore.
Oh, you poor
Oh,
girl.
oh well.
Poor girl. More wine for us. Well, that was a good pick. So we had 2 good picks.
Yeah.
Yes, this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, definitely.
Did I wrote down the last one, right?
We do you did. We do back-to-back podcasts, so
Yes.
the last one was just.
We know we
Write
confuse
this
you with
one
our
down.
clothing change.
Yeah, yeah. we
Very
do that.
technical.
Yeah, we're really good that way. So you're doing the book?
I'm doing the book, and I finished this book
Wait, I
yesterday.
gotta take a picture. I never took
Oh.
a picture of this,
Okay,
man.
here you go.
Okay. Oop, okay.
The book I'm reviewing is Queen Esther by John Irving. This just came out in November of 2025, so this is John Irving's latest book. I am a fan of John Irving.
Me too.
I'm not.
Oh, see, I am.
I like some, but I always struggled with some of his books. It's like,
I think it, depends on what you pick.
Yeah.
His most acclaimed novel was The Cider House Rules.
Right.
That
And
was
made into a
excellent.
movie. The book which I read first, what I loved, and the movie was excellent.
Prayer for Owen Meany. We
Yeah.
did it in our book club that we had
Right.
years
That was
ago.
a good- that was a-
that was a very good one.
I
I
wasn't-
tried to read A Widow for 1 year, and I could never get through that book. I know Kathleen loved it. She
Yeah.
loves John Irving. I couldn't.
I had a
do
hard
it.
time with World According to Garp.
Yeah.
I reviewed another book of his about a year or so ago, Last Night in Twisted River.
Yeah.
I read that, I reviewed that one. But so I picked this up. This one was intriguing to me because it was a return to his acclaimed novel, The Cider House Rules.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And I was very intrigued by that because I really enjoyed the cider. That's actually was the first book I read of his.
Yeah.
And that
Okay.
hooked me into his writing, and I like the way he tells a story, and I was interested to see, so this deals with, on the cover you have a little child, you can see it's a little girl here, and this is supposed to be Esther Nacht, N-A-C-H-T. And she was left on the doorstep of St. Cloud's Orphanage
Oh, okay.
in Maine, which is run by Dr. Larch, remember from The
Right.
Cider
Yeah.
House Rules?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. Who played that movie? Was that
Oh,
Michael Caine?
Michael Caine.
Yeah, he won the Oscar for that.
That was an excellent
Wow.
movie.
It was an excellent
Yeah.
movie, and I could picture him the whole time I'm
Toby,
reading this.
mhm.
Yeah, and
Maguire.
Toby Maguire played Homer, Homer
Yeah.
Wells. Yeah, and so she's left on the steps at St. Cloud's Orphanage, and not much is known about her past except one thing for certain, and that is she is Jewish.
Oh, okay.
Which is interesting because up New England, especially this was set in like this, the early like 40s or 50s,
Oh,
I guess.
okay.
That's not something very common. So I wanted to read a quote which I thought really kind of sets the stage here. And blah blah blah. What was I writing here? Okay, so I'm sorry, here we go.
That's okay.
I try not to write my books because I get yelled at by you ladies. Okay, so she was adopted eventually at the age of 15 by this family called the Winslows. Now the Winslows had 4 children of their own. I'll stop this for a second. Had 4 daughters of their own, and what they did every time they had a daughter, a very nice couple. I want to say they're educated couple. And they lived in a town, very judgy, New Englander,
Yeah.
people in New Hampshire. But whenever they would have a child, they would adopt from an orphanage a girl at the age of 14 or 15 because that's the age that they kind of age out
Oh,
of
okay.
the orphanage,
Yeah.
and they kind of turned out to make their way.
Right.
And so they would adopt them to kind of also help out with the baby to come out to, but they would treat them just like their own children. And they, give them a good college education. The state, they treat them just like family, and everybody loved each other. And so that's kind of, I just set the backdrop for that. So to read this, so their names are the Winslows. There had to be something wrong with one of the Winslows' orphans, or so the townspeople of Pennacock hoped. Not enough was known about where those orphans came from. With orphans, too much is missing. There's always something you don't know. The townspeople of Pennacook understood, albeit vaguely, what happened to unadopted orphans when they were only 14 or 15. They became what was called wards of the state. That didn't sound good. There were ladies in the town who said childcare was too important a job for minors, and you would be asked, or you might think to yourself, would you let wards of the state look after your children? And so that's kind of what happened. So they had these 3 daughters first, very close, very good family. 3 adopted orphans to go help, and they all grow up. The mother has another baby unexpectedly years later, like 5 or 6 years on the line, and so they realize this is now probably going to be their last orphan. And so they find themselves at St. Cloud's with Dr. Larch and this little 3-year-old girl who is abandoned.
So wait, the mother is pregnant and they're adopting somebody from St. Cloud's at the same time?
I think the baby was just born, or I forget how that kind of works. There's a lot of time covered in this novel, I have to say. So, and Dr. Larch says, we have somebody for you. And you could tell they're all devastated to have her go. She is like a very unique child, strong-willed leader. You could definitely tell. And the boys of the orphan boys cry because she's leaving. The orphan girls cry. The nurses cry. Dr. Larch, like, you're getting the best one, is what he says.
Wow.
But he gave them instructions. He said this isn't getting anything away, but even at the age of 14 or 15 she's going to want to do a few things. She's going to want to go to Israel. She will get a tattoo on her body, on her chest, from a quote from Jane Eyre, and she's got it all picked out.
Oh, wow.
And she will learn to speak German.
Wow.
It's a girl who knew who she was at a very young age. And so this book spans from the time she's 3 until she's in her late 70s.
Oh, wow.
And it deals a lot with Israel and the conflict. You get a real succinct history of the Palestine-Israel conflict.
Oh, that's good, because I'm always confused about it, like how it started. Like, how did we end up in this freaking mess?
He does a pretty decent job. I mean, I'm not going to say this is everything, but you get a pretty good idea through here, which I appreciated because it's very timely. There's a lot going on where we are now.
Right.
But, so it spans about 70 years of time, and Esther, that's her name, Esther Nacht, and her charge, Honor, is the daughter that is the little girl who she ends up helping raise.
Right.
They become like kindred spirits, very close, as close almost, like sisters, any sister could be. And they set plans in motion. And one of their plan is, which centers about in this book, is Honor wants to have a child, but Honor doesn't want to have a child the way you would get a child. She's almost like asexual.
Who is Honor?
Honor is the baby that she was brought forward.
Oh, okay.
But because it goes later on.
Right.
So they've always known that Esther's going to have a child for Honor.
Oh, okay.
And that child was a boy, and his name is James. And when James is born, he's given to Honor.
Now, why didn't Honor want to have the child herself?
She doesn't want to have sex. She doesn't want to go through child labor. She's asexual.
Oh, okay.
And she's not with a person.
Never was. Never wanted to be.
Okay.
But she wants a baby. She wants a child. She wants to raise one. And Esther is not a person who ever wants to be married but we'll have a child. Yeah. Okay, it's very unconventional. There's a lot of unconventional families. The Windsors are unconventional, right? To adopt all these orphans older orphans to help raise and to make it work so well. So it's a very unconventional story, but it's a story a lot about James and how he grows up. That's my daughter. And so he's very influenced by his grandfather, who is a professor, a Dickens professor. He studies Dickens and teaches Dickens. So he grows up to be a Dickens writer, a Dickensonian writer. And me too. I maybe really miss talking about a lot of the quotes, Great Expectations and Hard Time. Maybe really want to revisit some of his works, which I think I'm going to do. But you see how Esther and his mother really, through their planning, kind of guide his whole and shape his whole life. And I don't want to give too much away in this, but this whole weird situation, which we think is weird, just really shapes in such a unique way. It's very interesting. And Esther looms large. It's called Queen Esther out of the Bible. That's her name, but she identifies with Queen Esther out of the Bible, the book of the Bible. And she looms so large in the book, but doesn't have a lot of page time. You don't really get...
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. It took me a minute to hear what you said.
And it really hit me about that. It's, even though this is a book about her, she's very rarely seen or heard from.
You just see her results, I guess.
Or you hear about her through her
Right.
communications from like, Honor might be talking about, oh, when I spoke to Esther.
Oh,
Or
okay.
the adoptive father will like, oh, well, this is Esther's way. Or Dr. Larch will describe Esther and how
So
she
she doesn't have her own voice in the novel.
Not really.
through
Now, she's not
everybody
completely
else.
absent.
Right,
But she
right.
isn't. But
So
she.
interesting.
It is interesting, and she looms large. Like you know Esther,
Yeah.
and I don't feel like I missed anything out about her.
That's
Yeah.
so interesting.
But it's a really interesting novel. It's a lot of commentary on religion. You would like it too because the Windsors are not religious, and they dislike anybody who kind of does this religious thing. And they were like, oh, she's going to want to identify with her Jewish roots. How that was something, but they encouraged it. They were like, okay, but she wants. Jewish was more of an identity for her rather than being the practicing religion.
Right.
That was more important for her.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what she grows up in. Anyway, so if you like Dickens or don't like Dickens, what I will say is similarities I did know with his other novels. Obviously, his orphan themes run in his novels. So you have that single parents.
Yeah.
That running through.
Right.
And I always find when you talk about the boys that are raised by single parents, those boys also have, whether they're raised by a father or mother, because I've read novels where they're raised both ways, they always seem to have an attraction to older women.
Yeah.
And that's factored up in here too.
Right.
So there's some repeat things, and of course the New England settings. He does that really well. So what did I say? So what Irving always does well is the relationships he builds with his characters. While that may seem unconventional, they are meaningful and influential throughout the character's life. So that's a comfort to me in that. It's like that you could have these very unconventional relationships, still be very meaningful. And Esther and James and the Windsors had unconventional relationships. I can't even go through all of them. But they were so meaningful and weaved in and out through their lives, and that they would have ended up so differently if they didn't have those experiences in positive ways. And so I thought it was a very good novel. I gave this a 4 for Wildflowers.
Oh, okay.
And I was happy to see Dr. Larch appear. Now again, it's not a big part of the book because
Right.
we meet him in the beginning when she's 3. Once she's adopted at the end, that's almost everything with them.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see them pop up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
anyway, I would say
Yeah.
check it out if you're curious.
Well, I'll definitely want to read that one.
There you
It sounds
go.
like a.
Yeah.
Did you want to go?
No,
first?
I
Oh.
have so many others. No, that's fine. That's fine.
No, it's not 500 pages. So that's good.
I actually didn't take me that long. I read it in like
Yeah.
less than a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good book.
That's very, very good.
Yeah. Right now, I just finished reading Vigil, George Saunders'
Saunders'
new
book.
book.
Oh.
So I'll talk about that the
Oh,
next
okay.
time I have
Okay.
a book. It's a little short book. It's a very quick read, and it's very quirky, like Lincoln in the Bardo.
Oh, interesting.
So
Okay.
yeah, and I just started one yesterday, and I was reading. I got up to page 78, and I said, okay, I have to save some of it. It's a quick read. It's called Heartwood, and it's about someone who's lost on the Appalachian Trail in
wow.
Maine, and the person trying to find her, and it's good,
Okay, good.
interesting.
Well, I'm reading Daughters of Nantucket. The Daughters of
I
Nantucket.
have that book.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. Well, it's my turn for the topic, and I'm going to be a little bit behind because February 2nd was Groundhog Day, and Punxsutawney Phil said we were going to have 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah.
And he obviously hasn't lied because we're in a deep freeze right now.
We are, hence the big sweaters.
Yeah, it's been our snow is still here from the last snowstorm, which is unusual for us. Usually we get snow and within a few days it's gone.
Yeah, this is
But
not going anywhere.
So I was thinking about Punxsutawney Phil and like, where did this come from? This whole groundhogs thing, like, what a lot of things in life, like I don't know about you, but sometimes you're just like, oh, it's always been here. This is what But I'm like, well, obviously not. So I decided, instead of doing anything, because I have so many other subjects I have on my queue to go for, but I'm like, I want something a little bit lighthearted.
Yeah.
So anyway, he predicted 6 more weeks of winter. And despite the tradition, studies have shown, though, that Phil has a low accuracy rate.
I've heard that before.
So around 35% in recent years compared to other more regional prognosticating animals. So he's not really spot on. So it got me to thinking, how did this come to be? So Groundhog Day, which was celebrated on February 2nd, and I never really pay attention to it. I don't know if you do or
I
not.
do.
No, I looked up
Yeah.
a little on it. Like I
Right.
I started reading a little about Groundhog's Day, but I didn't go down the rabbit hole. So.
Right. So, well, it originated from ancient European weather lore regarding candlemas. Now, do you know what candlemas is? C-A-N-D.
I've heard of
Oh,
that.
Candlemas?
Candlemas. C-A-N-D-L-E-M-A-S.
I think it's called Candlemas. I think I've heard of that.
Well, it's where clear skies signal a long winter. So, Germans, where did I write the description? Okay. Candlemas, celebrated on February 2nd, is a Christian feast day commemorating the presentation of the infant Jesus in the temple and the purification of the Virgin Mary 40 days after Christmas.
Oh, really?
Which I never knew.
Wait, say the purification of the Virgin Mary?
Yeah, the purification of the Virgin Mary.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
After Christmas?
They probably checked to make sure that she was really a virgin.
I mean, that does happen. But,
Yeah,
I mean, So also
That's probably why I heard of Candlemas before. I probably read about it in Catholic school.
maybe. So also known as the Feast of the Presentation of the Lord. So it marks the end of the Christmas season. So
On February 2nd?
Oh.
Yeah, and features the blessing of candles, symbolizing Christ as the light of the world. So that's where that came from.
Oh, interesting.
So German settlers in Pennsylvania from 1700s to 1800s adapted this, replacing hedgehogs with native groundhogs to predict spring's arrival, which is so weird. With the first official Punxsutawney Groundhog Club event in 1887.
Oh.
Yeah, so the ancient roots. The tradition stems from the midpoint between winter solstice and spring equinox, often associated with the Christian festival of Candlemas. European folklore suggested that if the sun shone on this day, a second winter would follow.
Oh, okay.
So, in German tradition, in Germany, the tradition involved a hedgehog as the animal forecaster, although the badger tradition persists in some European folklore, where a sunny February 2nd, Badger Day that they call it, or Dachstag, signaled an extended winter. I mean, I don't know, it's like one of these crazy things.
Yeah.
So in America, in American adaptation, German immigrants in Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania Dutch, brought the tradition over, but switched to the groundhog or woodchuck, which was abundant in the region. So I guess they got whatever. So the first official Groundhog Day was observed in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, on February 2nd. I guess I really didn't realize there was a town named Punxsutawney.
Yeah,
I never-
that's why he's Punxsutawney
yeah,
Phil.
I never really knew that. And it was at Gobbler's Knob. So Gobbler's Knob is a small hill located about 2 miles southeast of downtown Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, specifically at 1548 Woodland Avenue extension. So we should go. Yeah, definitely. This would be a trip that we
Field
really
trip.
want to take.
Next year.
Yeah. It is world renowned as the site of the annual Groundhog Day ceremony held on February 2nd. Okay, so he makes his weather prediction. So these things about Phil. While various communities have weather predicting animals, Phil is the most famous, with the lore suggesting that the same groundhog has predicted the weather since 1887. Punxsutawney Phil, the famous groundhog, is not chosen annually, but is considered a single immortal creature by the inner circle, recognized by their top hats and tuxedos of the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club.
It's like the Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
According to lore, he has lived since 1886, sustained by a magical elixir of life. He lives in a special burrow at the local library and is cared for by the club, though it's actually a long line of groundhogs. And I'm glad that they made that clear, because I was ready to believe that it was
Yes.
yeah. So Phil first received his name in 1961. So I guess they wanted the alliteration. The origins of the name are unclear, but speculation suggests that it may have been indirectly named after Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh.
Oh, wow.
So, let's see.
That's funny because it was in the United States.
Right, I'm like, why
Yeah.
did they, well, in German, German Phil, like, you know,
But
Well,
it was
he was
1960.
German.
he was German.
He was
so
German, right?
maybe
Wasn't that
yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that was where it came.
yeah.
So the inner circle ostensibly communicate with Phil to receive his prediction. The vice president of the inner circle prepares 2 scrolls in advance of the actual ceremony, one proclaiming 6 more weeks of winter and one proclaiming an early spring. So at daybreak on February 2nd, Phil awakens from his burrow on Gobbler's Knob, is helped to the top of the stump by his handlers. Poor little thing.
I know, it must be so, they're very shy animals
Yeah.
too. We have one that lives in our yard, very shy.
Did he tell you when it was?
He did, he said, it's gonna be 6 more weeks of winter.
Son of a- And so he's helped to the top and purportedly explains, so Phil explains to the president of the inner circle in a language known as groundhogese whether he has seen his shadow.
God.
The president of the inner circle, the only person able to understand groundhogese through his possession of an ancient acacia wood cane.
Oh my goodness.
These people must be crazy in this club, I'm sorry. I'd love to be a fly on the wall when they're all having a conversation about Phil.
Yeah, and then interprets Phil's message and directs the vice president to read the proper scroll to the crowd gathered at Gobbler's Knob and the masses of faithful, P-H-A-I-T-H, Phil,
Oh, stop
faithful followers, P-H-O-L-L-O-W-E-R-S, tune in to live broadcasts around the world.
Are you sure Gobbler's Hill is not Capitol Hill?
That's a good question. So the event has evolved into a massive popular event, often drawing thousands, especially following the 1993 Groundhog movie. Groundhog Day movie.
with
Have
Bill
you ever,
Murray.
did you ever watch
I love that
course.
movie.
I've never watched
Oh, it's
it.
good, it's
yeah,
funny.
I've seen that movie.
It's funny.
Yeah, I've
Bill
never.
Murray is
Oh, you'll
in
have to
it.
see
and-
it, yeah.
It never intrigued me.
Yeah, it's like a redemption story.
Oh, okay. So in some cases where Phil's prognostications have been incorrect, organizations have jokingly made legal threats against the groundhog. Such tongue-in-cheek actions have been made by a prosecutor in Ohio, the Monroe County, Pennsylvania Sheriff's Office, and the Merrimack, New Hampshire Police Department. People for the ethical treatment of animals object to the event,
Yeah.
claiming
They
that
should.
Phil is put under stress, and I agree with
Yeah,
that.
I agree with that
Yeah.
too. It's
Yeah.
kind of mean.
It really is.
And he doesn't really live in a burrow either, I don't
Yeah,
think. They
yeah.
keep him in a pen or something, right?
Well, it doesn't
they?
say, I didn't say in my research.
We'll have to go there. We have the address now. Let's see.
No.
So they
I don't wanna-
suggest-
You could come to my house, but in February you won't see my groundhog.
Where does he live? In your
He
house?
lives, I think he lives under the shed next door, but he comes in under the fence. I see him sometimes if you're out early in the morning, not this time of year because
Right.
they hibernate. He's so cute. I have pictures of him on my phone.
Aw.
Standing up, looking at
And what
me.
does he eat?
He eats all my flowers. So all the flowers that I spend a fortune on, and as soon as they bloom, he comes out and eats just the flower part.
Oh my gosh.
And
Oh
Well,
my
sometimes he does eat the stems.
You should plant just a section for him.
Well, I pretty much do. Like, I know that he's gonna eat them. And he really loves lilies. I have one, I think it's a calla lily or something. I don't know, some kind of lily, and that one usually goes first.
God. Well, PETA suggests that they replaced Phil with a robotic groundhog. They felt that that would make more sense to do. So anyway, the Inner Circle claims a 100% accuracy rate and an approximately 80% accuracy rate in recorded predictions. If a prediction is wrong, they claim that the person in charge of translating the message must have made a mistake in their interpretation.
Something wrong with the stick,
That's
the magic
very
stick.
Empirical estimates place groundhog's accuracy between 35% and 41%. So I just did a real quick
That was
research
cute.
on Punxsutawney.
One of the things that I looked up, I knew about, why it's at this time of year, it's between the two equinoxes. And do you know what a baby groundhog is called?
No.
A
It's
guinea
a-
pig?
It's a chuckling.
Oh,
Because they're woodchucks too.
Oh, how
Another name is a
cute.
woodchuck or a
Right.
whistle pig.
Oh.
That's in some places they call them whistle pigs.
Oh, look
Why
at
a
that.
whistle pig?
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
it's.
I had that too.
Yeah.
I eliminated that.
I thought it was in Pennsylvania, but I'm not sure. I did look it up once because the first time I ever heard it, Peter said, yeah, well, there's a whistle pig living in the backyard. And I said, a whistle pig? What the heck is that?
Whistle.
And then he told me, he said it's a groundhog. He's very cute. I'll show you pictures.
Oh, I don't
have
think
pictures
I have
of
one
him.
in my yard.
And they're very, very timid too. They get
Uh-huh.
very, as soon as he hears me open up my door, they waddle and he goes under the bush and.
And Porter doesn't try to get them?
No, Porter doesn't chase,
Porter is the lab
Animals.
that lives there.
no, he doesn't.
No, he's used to small animals.
Yeah, he doesn't even chase the squirrels. They can go
Yeah.
right past him and he's,
Wow.
oh yeah, they have animals in my house too,
Yeah.
Because the rabbit, the guinea pig, they used to have the chinchillas.
Right.
So he's trained not to. But
Wow.
Nice.
Well, that's it.
That was a good one. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
you know,
Stop. That was very good.
it's interesting.
Well, thank you for watching. This is 120.
Thank you, everyone.
So our next one will be 121.
121.
So join us. Hope you had fun watching us.
121, what?
121.
It's
our
a
next one.
palindrome.
Oh, yes, it is.
Maybe that could be the topic.
Palindromes.
Oh, we already booked our next podcast? Oh, this one, you gotta release this one.
It's just
What?
number 121.
Oh!
Number 121.
I got it, sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
Bye, everyone.
She did finish her glass of wine, so I'm just
I
saying.
know, really.
Saying.
Glad I did it.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.